All right, welcome to the Eric J. the Great podcast show. We got a special guest on the show today. We got basketball player Cearius Warren. How you doing?
I'm good, man. How y'all doing?
I'm doing all right, man. So first off, man, just tell the people where you from.
I'm originally from Cincinnati, Ohio, but I'm Louisville, Kentucky raised. I learned a lot of stuff that I, put to the game in Louisville. So I really just say I'm from Louisville for real.
Okay. So what's the first thing that comes to your mind when you think about your hometown?
Adversity, really. Like, a lot of people don't know Kentucky is not Louisville. Like, that's the first thing I gotta let you know. Like, Louisville real different when you hear like Kentucky. It's a whole lot of adversity, a whole lot of obstacles to overcome, especially when you play like sports. So it's just like big on adversity. That's my biggest thing.
Yeah, Louisville is kind of like its own world, man.
Yeah, it's just your own, whatever you make it, it's just that.
So kind of describe how it was growing up, man, like some of the obstacles, circumstances you had to overcome just growing up when you was younger.
I mean, I feel like my biggest obstacle I had to overcome was not being another statistic. There's a lot of statistics in Louisville and Cincinnati where I'm from. So really my main goal was just not be one of them or just be better than who they was.
Okay. So did you have a two-parent household, any siblings?
Nah, I had one parent household, my mama, with 4 older brothers.
Okay, so you the baby.
Yeah, I'm the last one.
Okay. And how old are you?
20, turning 21 next week.
Okay. And so as far as activities, was basketball the only thing you played when you was younger, or did you play other stuff?
I mean, I tried to play football, because the coaches was pressing me into doing it because I was so tall and could jump or whatever, but I couldn't really get into it like 7th grade year. So basketball really started to get serious for me like 9th grade. So, yeah, that's really probably the only sport I played up to that time.
Okay. So who put a basketball in your hand? What would you say led you to playing basketball?
Oh, man. It's really a lot that played into me like really starting to play basketball. I think the biggest thing might be my brother, Shane Bohannon. He was kind of like a big inspiration. He was kind of person like he was kind of like my LeBron in the hood, because he was the first person out of the city to actually get out of there, go on a real D1 college team, and had a chance to make it to the NBA. So he really the main reason that I really started hooping for real.
Okay. So, man, describe them high school years, man, how them high school years was. I was a hooper, man. I decided to go to the military. I had a couple scholarships, but I just decided to go to the military, man. And
Yeah.
So I know how that feeling was, man, starting varsity,
Man.
out going crazy.
Yeah. Crazy thing, my freshman year, I didn't really play varsity. I kind of was like a spectator in varsity. I was kind of like the one that sit behind and just observe. It really didn't start jumping off for me until probably like sophomore year when I really realized like, oh, really like doing something with it, or I'm really, really good for real. So high school was really like a blur for real. It was just like it started to be a blur like junior year, senior year. That's when the lights really started to turn on for me. So it was just a lot for real. It was a lot leading up to being a real basketball player.
So when the lights started to turn on junior, senior year, when those college offers started coming in?
Like definitely junior year. That's when they started coming in.
And what made you decide on the school you go to now? What school you go to now?
I'm at St. Thomas University in Miami.
And what make you choose to go to that school out of all the other schools you could have went to?
I mean, really, what separated was the coaching staff. Really, I'm really big on like trust with the coach. That take a long way. So once I really like connected with Coach Pat and actually got to speak to him to see what type of person he was, it was like, yeah, I could adapt to you. Like we can relate, so we can definitely make something happen.
Okay. And was this a decision you made on your own, or did your mom have any influence on the decision?
Um, I mean, this was kind of more of my decision this year, but I definitely had like my team in the mix with like my mom and my trainer and everything. I definitely had them in the mix, but this was kind of like really on me for real.
Okay. So how many points you was averaging? What was your stats in high school?
High school, I think I averaged about probably like 8 some points and like 4 rebounds. Like 8 some points, 4 rebounds, and like a couple, probably like 0.7 assists or something like that. Yeah.
So what was you was playing forward, guard, or
They kind of had me a little mixed up trying to be. And like junior year, and senior year, they kind of had me like more down low, trying to be dominant because I was kind of like a timid player. So they try to give me like a more feel and being aggressive.
okay. So what position you playing now in college?
3, 4, 5.
Okay. And how
Yeah.
tall are you?
I'm 6'9" now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so
Yeah.
you're growing, man.
Yeah, I definitely got like one or two more growth spurts to go. I'm probably like 6'11". That's how I was sitting there.
Yeah. So describe the first year in college, man. What type of adjustment was it, man?
First year in college, that was really my milestone year to actually take in a lot of mental stuff. Like, I used that year for like just mental preparation and stuff. I was in the gym, but I didn't really focus on like how much playing time I was gonna get or all that. I was really trying to really get the mental game in college for real.
Okay. So as far as this year, like this year sophomore or junior year?
It's my junior year.
Okay. So how was your sophomore year?
Sophomore year was that's what set the tone for real. Sophomore year, I went to Rome State Community College in Harriman, Tennessee, and that's what really set the tone for me. My coach, Coach Allen, he really let me like be free and be the type of player I am that he saw. So I just went out there and did what I was supposed to, just not thinking, just really hooping for real.
Okay. So as you go into your junior year, man, what type of expectations the coach have for you, and what you see happening this year?
Really, Coach Pat, his biggest expectation for me, for real, is just to be a pro for real. Like everything goes sum up for itself. You just gotta think like a pro, move like a pro, and just play like a pro for real. Everything else is gonna come together.
Okay. So as you're going through this process, man, going through seasons, going to class, things like that, have you had any professional players around that you were bumped into, or any scouts at these games?
I had time over the summer to really connect with a lot of professional players from my city, like a couple players that play in the G League overseas or just NBA two ways. So I had like a lot of time to really lock in on how to really be an NBA player or what it takes to be an NBA player.
Okay. So you have 1 year eligibility left, right? As far as college.
Uh, 2 years. Yeah. 1 year. My bad. Yeah, 1 year.
So What are your goals as far as like, because this is just gonna be a fast break these last 2 years, man. It's gonna go by real quick. So what is your goal? Are you gonna set yourself up to try to go for the NBA draft, or are you gonna go G League, play overseas, or what do you want to do?
Shit, that's the goal for real. Try to get to the draft. Just do whatever I can to, take care of business here and then get my name out there, build my profile every day so I can enter my name in the draft.
Okay. So what you looking to average this year, man, from sophomore year? You said sophomore year set the tone, man. So what you think you gonna elevate to this year?
Sophomore year, I think I averaged like 11 and 11. I think this year I'm gonna definitely try to go for. Let me see. I'm gonna definitely try to go for like. I don't know. We got a lot of guys on our team, so this year is kind of gonna be different for me. So I'm thinking probably like,
I got a lot of depth.
yeah, we got a lot of depth this year, a lot of depth, a real team. So I think this year I'm really focusing on like just my IQ. So I'm thinking like probably like 12, 13 points per game, like 11 rebounds a game, and probably like I'm trying to average like 5 assists a game.
Okay. So you are
Yeah.
you the tallest person on the team?
Nah, no, we got a 7-footer from Croatia.
Damn.
Yeah, we got a footer. We got and then two other guys that's like 6'8", 6'9". That's kind of like built like me. So yeah, we a little deep.
Yeah. So what made you fall in love with the game of basketball, man? Everybody got a different reason.
Yeah, it took really it took a lot for me to actually find love for the game. Because like I said, I grew up in Louisville, Kentucky, so there's a lot of stuff that's around there that can distract you and get you distracted from the love of the game for real. So I really think like all the obstacles throughout all like living through Kentucky, I think that really like just embraced me to actually find a love for something that's good instead of all the other stuff that's going on.
Yeah, I can feel that.
Yeah.
So who gave you inspiration, in high school and transition to college? Like who was your favorite NBA players?
Kevin Durant, Bam Adebayo, Tracy McGrady, favorite NBA player definitely. And who really inspired me for real was the death of my brother, Jihad. He really inspired me. So like once he died, I kind of realized like you can't take nothing for granted for real. So you gotta go hard every day or something. If you gonna do something, you gotta put your 100% to it and go hard.
Absolutely. So well, what are you majoring in college?
General business.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm trying to expand my profile with just the whole business world. It's a whole new business world out here. So for me, like majoring in that, I can do a whole lot of things with it. Plus
Yeah,
playing basketball, so it opened up a lot of stuff for me.
absolutely, man. Yeah, it's a lot of things, opportunities now for basketball, man. The G League wasn't as popular as it was when I was in high school, but now you
Yeah,
got the G League, people making six figures doing that. You got people going overseas, making six, seven figures, then transitioning to the NBA. So it's a couple routes you can go now to get to the NBA outside of the draft.
yeah. I'm good with whatever. As long as I make it. As long as I can go back and say I made it somewhere, I'm straight. Take care of my family. But the,
Absolutely.
the goal is definitely the NBA though. That's definitely the goal.
Oh yeah. So what is that division two?
This NAIE.
NIE.
Yeah.
So how many games do y'all play?
We play the same amount in the regular season, then we get conference play. But it's kind of I'm still kind of learning like they rules down here. I'm kind of new to the conference, so I'm still kind of learning a few things. But they got conference play and everything, like the same as regular schools. But
What
it's
about
just like few adjustments though.
do y'all have a tournament at the conference play?
Yeah. It's
Oh,
conference and then regional, something like that. Something like that.
so that determines who the champions are gonna be.
Yeah, and then who can move on to the real like nationals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So who is that? So the school you at now, St. Thomas, is they historically known for having good teams?
They really just got historically known like last year. That was their first year going to the nationals, and they made it all the way to the Sweet 16, and that was with I think that was Coach Pat's first. That was his first year here, so he made history. As soon as he came, he made an impact. He got them to the Sweet 16, so I think that's their first historical like milestone.
So I know he's probably thinking, first year coaching, playing with house money, making it to the Sweet 16s in the national. He's thinking now, with the type of depth y'all got, y'all can probably most likely get to the Final Four.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Final Four or better. I'm trying to go for better though.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, man. I think this will be a dope episode, man. People can hear how you grew up, get an inside look of, what let me ask you this question. So for people that don't know the life of a college athlete, so what's something that you think people don't know that college athletes go through?
I already know. Start. I feel like, well, from my own experience, I feel like the biggest obstacle I'm going through right now is probably like managing my time for real. Like just time management with everything, like with sleep, like getting to class on time, getting to the gym at the right time where you can just like I gotta get taped, so I gotta get to the gym like damn near like 20, 30 minutes earlier so I can get taped and then probably shoot free throws before. So it's probably time management, probably the biggest thing in college for
Yeah. Yeah, man. When y'all season start?
real. We scrimmage our first scrimmage on the 18th of this month versus CIU. And then our first official game is on the 23rd versus Washington V. That's our coach's old school where he won the championship at. And then we got George Mason in that same week.
Okay.
So yeah, we got a pretty good schedule. We just gotta dial in. That's dial in and work hard like we've been doing.
Absolutely, man. I know when you get on that fast break, man, you're gonna show out a couple times this year, man.
Yeah, I got to. That's how you build a stock. You gotta make some type of show. But yeah, I try to do whatever. Anything that comes to my mind.
Yeah, that dunks I was saying you do the other day, I was like, man, that first person I thought about was Zach LaVine.
Yeah, I gotta get that in game.
I was like, Zach LaVine, boy, he did that in the NBA dunk contest. So I was like, man, that was crazy.
I gotta get that one in game for y'all, man.
But yeah, man, as far as last words, man, let people know how they can keep up with you on social media, things like that, and any last thing you want to say to the people about the team, yourself, anything else you got going on.
Y'all can keep up with me on Instagram at Cearius Warren, Twitter Cearius Warren 2. Just shit to the youth, a message to the youth, and stay up, stay out the way, stay focused. Don't take your life for granted because it could be gone in a second. And fight through adversity. Adversity ain't nothing but a test. You can do whatever you put your mind to.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate you coming on the show, man. And I don't just do interviews. I talk about real stuff too, like child support, mental health, 50 relationships, whatever the case might be. So, anytime you want to come on or you came across a topic that you think will be good on the podcast, man, just hit me up, man. I do episodes all the time.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you, Eric, man. Definitely.
Right. No problem, man.
State.